What's my voice? So it can be your voice as a writer, it can be your voice as an artist, it can be your voice as a human being. I totally believe that if we just express our own uniqueness as a human being, then we have found a voice that is going to be compelling. In what ways do we not know how to express ourselves? In what ways are we a little bit fearful of expressing ourselves? And what kind of pressure are we putting on ourselves to have this perfect voice, to have this perfect form of expression, rather than just trusting our own uniqueness? I have to say, in most of the conversations that I have with agents, and I had a beautiful event in September with the amazing agent Juliet Pickering, and it was so great to talk to her about what she thinks about voice, because yes, she says that voice is a thing that she looks for probably one of the most with a writer. And I totally believe that if we just express our own uniqueness as a human being, then we have found a voice that is going to be compelling. But what is that uniqueness? How do we even know if we're so busy looking at the ways that everybody else is expressing ourselves and trying to express ourselves in a really good way, rather than just saying, do you know what? I'm just going to be me and I'm going to express myself as me. So I want to step into that. I want to step into coming into that place of me, which does involve an aspect of love, love for the self or pleasure of the self. If we can really feel that love or pleasure or pride in the self, we can really feel that joy of expressing ourselves as we truly are. And it's one of the things that I feel most about, really, and it's one of the main reasons that I want to do these videos, to essentially show you that authenticity is a great path to walk. It's a great way to be happy. So, authenticity within the area of voice. So, think about the area that your voice is relevant. Are you a writer? Are you an artist? Are you trying to start your own business? Are you trying to just be a really good mum? How do you express yourself? What is your voice? So, first of all, we're looking at how to really find that relationship with our voice, with ourselves. So I want us to explore love, okay? I want us to take the first writing exercise for 2 minutes, and I want you to write on, what do you love about your work, about your art, about your writing, about who you are, whatever area feels most relevant to you. What do you love about your art, your writing, your work, or about who you are? 2 minutes, off you go. All right. Okay, so I really struggled with that. I find it so interesting that I can be writing and I can be thinking something completely differently. Like everything I thought while I was writing, none of that went down on the page, whilst at the same time I was also thinking about what did go down on the page. So two completely separate minds at work. I was basically thinking, it's all right for these guys who are watching me because they don't have to then say what they wrote. I'm going to have to, at the end of 2 minutes, I'm going to have to tell everybody what I love about myself. So that was a huge challenge for me. But then I thought, this is the point. This is why I'm here, to take on these challenges. So the first few sentences were really ropey and I was really holding back. And they were quite generic. I put, I love myself for the fact that I've come to understand what it is to walk a path that's right for me. And even though I know that's true, that first sentence, I was like, oh, dude, that's just like, that's so cliche. I was being so judgmental. And then I put, I suppose because I was able to just say, mate, that's so cliche. I really got a connection with honesty. And I thought, you're not being honest. Just absolutely put down what you love about yourself. I was thinking about myself as a life coach for this category. So I put, I love the way I keep getting up, that there are days when I think, okay, people are watching my videos, but what if I make a dud? And then I put, I love the fact that even that won't stop me. I love how committed I am to inspiring and helping others to find their way, their happiness, and their way to be. So it was really nice to slip into that place of authenticity. And slowly my mind at the end became aligned with what I was writing. So at the beginning, yes, it was really judgmental. It was really self-conscious. But then as I got to the end of that and I realized that's my voice. My voice is my absolute passion for what I do. That even if I do something really crap and people don't like it, that's not going to stop me because I'm absolutely dedicated to inspiring others and helping them find their way. And I thought, there we go. There's my voice. So again, just notice how it was for you. Was there judgment? Were you challenged? Did you get to that place where you thought, oh, yeah, this is me? So voice. Let's step into the second writing exercise. So this is a really nice way to work, and I love doing this process when I'm working one-to-one with a client. So this is where we take something that's inanimate, like a voice, and we give it a physical form, or we give it a character or a personality. And it really helps us to get a little more insight into what this inanimate thing is. And also step into a little bit of a dialogue with it and essentially hear what it has to say. So, what I want you to imagine is if you were your voice, okay? So this way of expressing yourself, whether it's a way of expressing yourself with words on the page as a writer, whether it's a way of expressing yourself as an artist, as a mother, as somebody in a job, whatever way that you have, this voice, this true way of expressing yourself, if you were your voice, what would you say to yourself? So imagine being your voice. Hi, I'm Gabriella's voice. Imagine being your voice. What would you say to yourself? 2 minutes. Off you go. All right. Okay. So how was that? I really enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed hearing from my voice. The first thing that my voice said to me was thank you. And that was really nice. They said thank you because I finally hear them. And they also said that some days that they were afraid. Some days they were afraid that I wouldn't hear them, or worse, that I would hear them and choose to ignore them. So they then said that they would like some kind of sign or signal so that I could signal and say, I did hear you. And also that it would be okay if I heard them and didn't feel like expressing them, but just to say, I've heard them. And that was really interesting for me to experience, this sense of, yeah, sometimes I do hear my voice, and sometimes I think, do you know what? It's too hard for me to express you right now. Maybe I've gotten into a tangle of self-consciousness, or maybe I'm feeling a little bit too loud, or I'm worrying a little bit too much about what people think. So it was nice to know that I can say to my voice, I hear you, but you know what? I'm a little bit too challenged right now, so I'm not going to express you. And my voice basically said, just give me a sign to say that, and to let me know that even if you can't express me, you still love me and care about me. And I thought, yeah, that is a really important practice. This totally unique part of us that flows and is always available for expression, it is really important to say, mate, I love you, I respect you, you interest me, and some days I just can't express you, but that doesn't mean that I've stopped caring about you. So that felt like a really nice place to end. So we've unpicked a little bit, we've looked at voice. Take these insights into your work or into your family life or into your creative practice and just continue to explore. What would it be like to express yourself, to show your unique voice, and even in those moments where you feel you can't express yourself, to still remind yourself that you absolutely love who you are in that moment. So again, if you've enjoyed these exercises, do come and work with me live. And we do great workshops where we really go much, much deeper into this work.